Welcome back to Western Australia. This epic 8,000 kilometre road trip began in Perth, before we joined Chaz in his Toyota Hilux and got on the freeway.
Sat here many times as the sun's going down.
We'd got beached in Albany, where we met Rod and his dog.
Yeah, let's get it.
And in Lancelin, where I'd avoided violent sickness. As well as at the labs in Cervantes.
Anyway, breakfast.
As eagle-eyed viewers will notice, I'm in a slightly different Fiat Ducato. Sadly, the original one had been torched for political reasons, so now I had an indie camper with racing stripes. But in both vans, for some reason, I'd been sent some very expensive photographs. As our adventure continued, we'd encounter vast landscapes, steep slopes,
Oh, got it. Yes, come on, Alex. I might have to have a try, boys.
ant wrestling,
They've got him on his back. I think that's him done. No, he's fighting back. He's getting back up. What can they do about it?
nudity, and a van load of dust.
Quite a lot of dust. Rather thoughtful graffiti.
But before all that, and ahead of a beach camping trip, I was staying at Yeagarup Farm with Chaz, 3 hours south of Perth in Metricup.
Well, that snus is doing many things.
Kettle on. Right.
Do you know, I had to pay extra for a kettle with my motorhome.
Did you?
Yeah, so I didn't.
Cheeky.
No.
You'll have to put a bleep in that.
After that frankly useful edit point, Chaz was wandering around the yard, whittering away on the phone. Yeagarup Farm was tranquil and barren, with various random farm paraphernalia and sheep. Australia's home to around 75 million of the little blighters, or bleaters. And after more than 2 weeks of meaty Aussie delicacies, we were changing up the menu.
So noodles for lunch.
Noodles.
Good.
Noodles.
So the plan for tomorrow,
Yes.
what time are we going?
Don't know yet.
Is that rain?
No, wind.
No wind. Will be after these noodles. Or the Minyak Bumbu seasoning oil. Don't think I want any of that, to be honest. So tomorrow we're heading for Yeagarup, and we're not bringing the van because it won't be able to go over the dunes.
We need to sort out from there what we need for tomorrow night
Okay.
to take with us.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for tomorrow, Chaz.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be good.
I've never been there.
You've never been there?
I've never been there, no.
Oh, I thought you'd been before.
No.
We should be fine.
You should be fine. It's only when you just sink.
Not that that's happened before.
Well, yeah.
The next day rolled around and I was tired. The indie camper bed was more bony than the first van. And the night before, things had got a bit silly.
Right then.
But thankfully, we were well prepared for our big voyage.
What do we need to take?
Stuff.
What are we having for dinner tomorrow night?
I don't know.
With that sort of sorted, we started packing up the deer Hilux, which I was becoming very fond of.
What's good with this, man?
We were only going camping for one night, but we needed power for the fridge, food and drink, and
Right,
diesel,
my chair.
and some other tad.
Go there. Okay.
Fine.
Not a lot in there.
Leave that here. Do we
What
need
else
this
do we
extension lead?
Many birds.
Some dollars fell out of my pocket.
birds, look at the size of them. But yeah, we found this. Perhaps a vertebrae from a fish, we thought. Would make a good pipe. I have to weigh my bone, as it were. Oh, the noodles wreaking havoc.
Packed up,
Right.
we said goodbye to the farm in Metricup and headed south for Yeagarup. Well, after a quick cuppa. You know, just to take the edge off. few hours later, we were approaching the coast, where we joined Gary and Tim in a beefed-up Nissan Navara and headed on into the Yeagarup Dunes in high range.
Well, I could go into a real cold camp.
The Yeagarup Dunes are a 10-kilometre long body of sand being continually blown inland, swallowing the Karri forest at a rate of about 4 metres each year. But first, we needed to get to them.
Right, this bit looks rough as.
I was glad we'd left my RV behind.
Jesus Christ.
But a few expletives later, the Hilux and the Navara were up. And before long, our 4-wheel drive convoy made it to Yeagarup Beach, one of Western Australia's biggest surprises, in every sense. As you can probably hear, Tim's Navara is far from ordinary. Lifted beefy suspension, tuned hot dog exhaust, anytime rear diff lock, chunky tyres, a winch, steel sump guard, and more power. Whereas, minus the roof tent, the Hilux is almost entirely standard. But so what? It's a Hilux. Having found a good spot to make camp, we dug the Hilux's rear axle into the dune to level the car, popped up the roof tent and Tim's awning, and had another refreshing beverage. With our home from home now erected, and given we were with Australians, it was time to do some fishing. But not before Gary had come worryingly close to showing his derriere. Because Chaz is basically Australian, he was right at home with a rod in his hand and hoped to catch an ocean racer. Well, when he wasn't chatting to Tim, that is. The place was vast and deserted. We were the only things there, just birds, fish and bacteria for company. Oh, and some annoying flies.
That's making more than we are.
After many hours, Gary hooked a big un.
Wow.
It was a good-sized catch, and we headed up the beach like satisfied cavemen. Having laid it to rest, the fish did seem momentarily to reanimate. After an off-camera gutting, we settled down for a night under the stars. Well, clouds. Dinner was ready.
I feel like that cook made me quite badly ill, but delicious pork and apple and sand burgers.
After dinner and beer, it was time for a tour.
Welcome to our camp. It's not cold. Here's where we cooked our dinner. Delicious. Ready for cooking.
Then we sat and laughed.
And if you get a long one,
While we tried to work out what a long one was, cheering began.
Lovely goat. Look at the entrance ladder. I'm looking forward to hopping up there.
As the night petered down,
I've no regrets.
my journalism hit rock bottom.
Welcome to the Hilux's interior. And there's a Nissan Navara. Excellent.
Yeah. It was another lovely day in Western Australia. Until Chaz started the generator. Please, Chaz. Make it stop. I'm not well.
Yeah.
I was not feeling good.
Give me strength.
Having cut the generator's fuel hose, I had a cuppa and went for a morning walk. Which was interesting.
Oh, that lamb was not good. Not good. Well, good morning. And would you look at this? Dune art caused by the wind and
After a bit more fishing, it was time to head back along the beach and through the dunes. But this time we had to negotiate the slopes, which turned out to be quite a lot steeper than we thought. To get to them, our convoy passed the Warren River, which almost reaches the Indian Ocean. And soon, the going started to get tough.
thanks, mate. Look at this.
But both cars pushed on.
Bang it down, drop a gear, disappear. I'll tell you what, the highlight's done everything we've asked him to.
But I'd spoken a bit soon.
Yes. Yes, come on, Alex, keep going, keep the momentum, Chaz, keep it going, keep it going. Oh no. I might have to have a tow, boys. Oh, what a pain. Let a bit of air out.
Having fattened the tyres, Chaz sent it up the dune.
Come on, Alex, let's get up this hill. Yes, up the left one. Yes, yes. 12 psi was what we needed. Oh, crikey, yes, and we found them.
And then,
Oh, God, it's steep as hell. Right, our other camera has died, but look at how sheer this drop is. Holy moly! Shit, I cannot emphasise how steep this is.
it was properly turdy.
Mate, this is terrifying. What's this? If you don't keep going, you'll roll over. Reverse. What are we doing?
But the workhorse Hilux made it down.
Oh my fucking God. That was scary. That was properly brown trouser moment, that was.
After a change of undies, we said goodbye to Gary, Tim and the Navara, and I was soon back on the road, having parted ways with Chaz. I was back in my Fiat RV heading for Walpole, but I encountered more forest fires, which I could taste.
And it's like being in a disaster film of some kind. It's unlike anything I've ever seen or experienced.
I was making my way to Albany, heading east along Australia's southern coast.
Come on, Jacato, yes, yes. Look at it holding the road.
But I'd stopped for the night, en route at Coal Mine Beach.
Well, good morning and welcome to Walpole. Now, I've been having a look at the calendar and today is day 19 of my trip, 2 weeks exactly to go. And this is just breathtaking, even at 9 AM when it's a bit hazy. Right, time for a swim.
Having decided against my swim, there were just 75 miles to Albany.
You join me at Whaling Cove where a very exciting thing is happening.
A whacking great Red Bull ant was under attack.
The scale of how big that bugger is. They've got him on his back. I think that's him done. No, he's fighting back. He's getting back up. What can they do about it?
It was quite a spectacle.
Ooh, so we all need.
Having scuttled onwards, I thought it time once again to delve into Western Australia's fascinating past. So after an off-camera dispute about late indication, I'd come to Albany's historic whaling station. in Albany. And I was even allowed on the boat.
Oh, God. Oh, crikey.
I was just inspecting this cabin and then I found this rather thoughtful graffiti.
I didn't know there were so many viewers in Australia.
After that revelation, I did some more tourism.
Look at that. Jesus. Now then, they call this the head saw, and I probably don't need to say anything else.
What I did learn was that whale oil was the lifeblood of the developed world between the 17th and 19th century, prior to crude oil. And seeing as that last line felt dangerously close to academic, I'd bust the joint and gone to a nearby nudist beach. Ofcom did ask that we blur my entire back due to hairiness. We declined. It was rather liberating and very peaceful. I was staying at Emu Point campsite, which is famous for its well-watered green grass and jogging birds. And before you write in saying, why does Max Berry never tell us what bird it was? This is a Gymnohina tibison, or Australian magpie. So there. I was enjoying my time in Western Australia, but it was time to leave this emu-shaped paradise for one final push east to Brimmer Bay.
That over there is the start of the Stirling Range, which is where I'm going to be driving through tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
The miles continued to roll by, but I was beginning to miss my old convoy with Chaz and the Hilugs. Thankfully, I had Australia's iconic road trains for company, which are quite a spectacle to us Europeans. These bad boys can be up to 54 metres long, or 175 feet, and have up to 5 trailers. But soon, it was the landscape that took my attention, or the lacking thereof. More than 90% of Western Australia is prone to bushfire, which savages the greenery.
I mean, people told me fuel was cheap in Australia, but I didn't know it was free.
After an off-camera fallout with the man in the garage about his apparently free diesel, I pitched up at Brimmer Bay.
From one beautiful beach to another. Look at this!
It had been another long day, but there's no rest for the wicked. So the next morning, after more not free diesel, the Fiat and I were heading west again, and inland. I'd pulled over for a road train breakfast. And after that heart-pounding excitement, the lovely, smooth, empathetic tarmac sort of came to an end.
Good morning and welcome to day 20-something of my trip through Western Australia. It's going well. Warm one today, and we're already onto the dirt roads on our way heading to the Stirling Range. I think the optimum speed for this rough gravel is about 85 kilometres an hour, I reckon. I don't know if you can hear any of this with the racket that's coming from back there. Alright, only 30 more miles on this road. Turning the air conditioning on, I know that. 35 degrees outside, 17 in here. It is very pretty. I just wish I was in something with a bit more chassis, or rather a bit less chassis. Oh yes, look at this now. Yeah.
I was loving it.
This is a good morning, throwing up dust in Australia in a Fiat Ducato. Taking the racing line, yes. Don't want the back axle to overtake the front one. digger jumps out, I will hit it. Safer, so I'm told.
Things were going
A
well,
little bit of understeer, but that's okay.
mostly.
Yeah, look at us going. Braking a bit mid-corner. Don't advise anyone does that. Kimi Raikkonen would not be impressed. Oh, it just keeps going. Look at it. And I think I've found the wheat belt. Yes, look at this.
I was planning to reconvene with Chaz and the Hilux that day, but he was taking forever, so I'd taken the mighty Fiat for a proper drive.
Drop the gear, let's disappear up Bluff Knoll Road.
Bluff Knoll is the highest peak in the Stirling range.
Go down and go up. Jesus. Sorry, Fiat.
And was a good test for the 2.2 litre Ducato.
See, you go down there, you die. And I like that. This road.
It was a fabulous piece of road.
Yes. Third. Yes. Up the hill. Come on, Fit. Second down. I tell you what, for a van, it is not bad. Whoa.
After that journalism, we'd reached the summit, or at least the car park and lavs, and it's here we end part 2 of this Australia road trip. All that was left to do now was a geology piece to camera, which, although well informed, didn't make the edit, and discover my dusty bed.
Dust in my bed and on my pillow. Quite a lot of dust.
Join me next time for part 3, the final leg,
How you doing back there, buddy? I've slipped off the throne.
where I regroup with Chaz and the Hilux and head north across the scorching wheat belt.
How's all in the Hilux this morning, Chaz? Yeah, all good.
My care package ready.
The care package is ready for delivery. Yeah!
Keep it, we'll put it on the bonnet.
Thanks for watching.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's nice to have the Hilux in the wing mirrors again. Hello. I've missed that car. Well, that bird just flew out and died, I think. That's very sad. Did you see that?
Yeah, I